Tonight on the Underground Nation podcast, hosted by the host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, we welcome an artist who brings pain, pressure, and persistence straight to the mic. Nastie Ink. Known for raw emotion, aggressive wordplay, and music carved from real-life experience, Nastie Ink represents the spirit of the underground with a sound that refuses to be ignored. From struggle to self-expression, this is more than music, it's survival in lyrical form. Get ready for a deep and unfiltered conversation as Bounce Ball Boogie taps in with Nastie Ink, right here on the Underground Nation podcast.
Welcome back to another electrifying episode of the Underground Nation podcast. Your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. Tonight we're diving deep into the mind of an artist whose name already speaks volumes. Straight out of Indianapolis, he's been carving the story into the underground with raw emotion, lyrical precision, and a dark edge that blurs the line between pain and power. From his early days in his hit metal band Ohio to his evolution into a versatile MC with projects like The All-Seen, Trust and Betrayal, and Memoirs of a Lost Soul, Nastie Ink has never shied away from truth, the kind that bleeds through every verse and burns with the mask of fame. So tonight, we're peeling back the layers, the grind, the ghost, the ink, and the soul behind the name. Help me welcome Nastie Ink to the hot seat of Underground Nation podcast. What's up, my man?
What's up?
Oh, man, a lot better now that you're here. You kidding me?
I know, it took long enough, right?
It's all right, man. It's all right. I'm down to roll with the punches as long as you are.
Yeah, most definitely.
Bro, you got roots that stretch from Cincinnati to Indianapolis. How did your environment and upbringing shape the tone and message behind Nastie Ink?
It's kind of a weird story, man. So I was born in Cincinnati. I pretty much was here up until I was 14. You know, at that time, your brain's still absorbing everything that's going on around you. And my mom ended up getting a divorce. It was a pretty violent natured divorce. And we moved to Indianapolis. And the environment there and the culture between Cincinnati and Indianapolis was so different that I just absorbed everything. And it felt like home being there more than it did being where I'm at now, which is back in Cincinnati. So
very
I was
cool.
there for 22 years, man. And it shaped my music, the style of music I kind of absorbed between both cities. I guess it's a little bit of that Midwest, a little bit of that Southern flow, I guess, a cross between the both of them. So it's nice, it's unique in my opinion.
It's very unique. You kidding me? Your music itself is very unique.
Appreciate you.
I mean, you started in a hip metal band before going fully into hip hop.
Yeah.
How did that hybrid energy influence your sound today?
They taught me how to rap, which was the weird part, the basics of it. I wouldn't say they taught me how to rap. They just taught me flow structure, writing structure, how things should be, how things should sound. Justin Price, he was the guy that got me into wanting to engineer and stuff and do what I do now. He was going to school for the same shit that I'm going to school for right now and was letting me read his books, and I was learning while he was learning.
What you going to school for right now?
I'm going to school for audio science.
Yeah, watch it out now.
Yeah, taking a leap of faith and trying to get into bigger venues and bigger studios than what I am doing. So hopefully it works.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have something that other engineers don't have, and that's that education.
Yeah, I mean, it's more about the networking, but yes.
More about the networking?
Yes, so with audio, you don't go to school to learn the shit, because you can just get on YouTube and learn how to mix a song. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to school for that. You go to school to build that network. I had a teacher that explained it to me like this, everybody that you interact with while you're in college, their network is now your network. So you're building this spider web of people that you can work with and that you have the ability to work with, because all you have to do is be hey, I'm going to send this out. Let's see where it reaches. It's it's really nice.
Yeah. And I can't say I always said, but I've always been taught that community is something that a lot of entrepreneurs lack and a lot of times fail because they don't take the time to get involved in a community or build one themselves, or they just stay alone trying to figure it all out by themselves, being a lone wolf, and then they drown.
Yeah, you can't do that. You have to be able to rely on other people Like with me, I'm getting to the point now to where like I hate mixing myself. I can't ever get it to sound right. So I'll send it off to somebody else. But then I could mix you perfectly fine and it sound phenomenal. But as soon as I touch my own stuff, I'm like, nope, I'm sending it elsewhere. Like it's to that point. So I don't even engineer my own shit anymore. I'll track it and then it goes to elsewhere.
Very cool. What's the meaning behind the name Ink? Is it about lyrical permanence, rebellion, or something deeper?
A little bit of both. So Nasty, Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. And I wanted to do something that incorporated how I felt with like my music and what the direction that I was going with lyrically wise, which I feel like I am a nasty MC. For the longest time, I would go like, I'd shorten it. And then I was like, nah, that's like way too fucking close. No. The ink goes from the tattoos to the pen game. So like how it affects my, like what I write. So it'll either be, for instance, it's like, okay, I have a nasty pen game, or it's like, okay, I'm just a nasty fucking person. I'm just the embodiment of it in my opinion. So with the ink with me, it started off as an incorporated, but then as it grew on, it was more on the lines of like, okay, I just have a nasty fucking pen game. I'm too versatile for this. And it just stuck.
You got a nasty ass flow.
Yeah, I've tried to rebrand and change it. And every time I try, I'm like, no, I don't. But everybody just calls me Nasty for short. So it just kind of worked.
So when you get nasty with that ink game, when you write music, are you documenting your past or manifesting your future?
Everything that I write, I've lived through in some sort of way. It is or I've felt it in some sort of way. So it's telling a story that is, you could feel it, you know, but at the same time, like there's truths to it, but there's also like a fiction to it. Like it's up to you guys to decide what's true and what's not, you know. Like memoirs, I wrote Memoirs of a Lost Soul after a friend killed himself. I got like 10 missed phone calls from him. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was assed out, woke up the next day to a phone call. I was like, oh shit. And it like fucked me up. So I wrote that song, and I wrote it from his point of view, like his perspective, which was really fucking hard for me. And then my brother Brian Foster was like, yeah, we're shooting a video for this. It's amazing. It's beautiful. We're doing a video for it. So I try to incorporate as much truth to it as I can when I write.
Yeah. And you said this song was called Memoirs?
Yeah, Memoirs of a Lost Soul.
Memoirs of a Lost Soul. I'm going to make sure I keep an eye out for that video.
It's old, probably about 10 years old now, some shit like that. 8 years old.
The song is 8 years old? Were you doing the video now?
No, we did the video. It was the first video I shot with Brian Foster. So.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
8 years ago.
I'm going to check that out. I probably already have.
Probably have. I mean, it was to do, but I was in a really deep time at that point too. So it was, that song kind of fucked me up a little bit. But like I said, it's everything that I write, I try to add, like incorporate facts, more fact than fiction. How do you
balance the darkness in your music with the light you're still trying to hold on to?
That's a hard question to answer. Sometimes I don't. Like there's times, I've said this to my brother multiple times, like we're getting ready to work on a Hellfire project. And when me and Pope get together, like I have to lock myself in the studio because when me and him work on music, it's hard for me to separate that darkness from my life. Like I just kind of let it engulf me while I write it, and it takes me a few days to get out of it. So like sometimes like I'll intentionally put myself in that kind of mindset to be able to write that shit. Mentally, it's probably not good for your health, but music's therapy to me, you know?
Yeah.
So
I mean actors do the same type of things, but you're right. Some of them, even actors, lose their minds when they get too deep into a character.
Yeah.
Or trying to put themselves into another person's shoes, I guess you could say. But this is you. But it's a little deeper because you're stepping into your own darkness, into your own shadows. It's going into places that you probably try to shut off just to get through the day.
Yeah, it's like opening doors that you've closed or reopening doors that you've closed to make yourself a better person. Like sometimes you have to reopen that shit to get that emotion back to make something emotionally feel right or the way that you want it to.
Yeah. Bro, well, thank you for being willing to do that. Have you heard of a female artist named Jade the Nightmare?
Yes.
I just did an interview with her a couple weeks back, bro, and she was saying the same thing, that she has to lock herself in her studio. She reopens old wounds, and like thank you for being willing to be vulnerable to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a whole other step of artistry.
It's scary sometimes. Like, it can be fucking terrifying, not gonna lie. Like, reopening memories of shit that, like, you want to lock out and that you don't really want to, like, but say, like, somebody sends something over, or, like, I'm on a topic of a track, and that's, like, the only thing that is gonna make me feel the way that I need to feel, to, like, get the emotion that I'm trying to give. I'm gonna have to reopen that door. So, and there's a lot of times where, like, if you go through and you actually, like, listen to my lyrics, like, some of that shit will make your fucking hair on your arms stand up. Like, holy shit, make you feel like your heart's in your stomach type shit. Like, I'm not a horror artist. I'm a psychological artist. Like,
Psychological thriller.
pretty much, yeah. It's fucking weird, man, because, like, I write a whole different style of that kind of shit. It's not like pure mental health, but it's like, okay, well, this is dark, but holy shit, I get what he's saying. I get what's going on.
Looking for bold, high-quality merch that hits harder than your next show? At Smoke and Barrel Apparel, we fire up the best in screen printing and promotional gear. Crafted for bands, artists, and creators who refuse to blend in. From shirts to banners, from tour drops to custom promo runs. We've got your back with the best prices around. Learn more today at Smokin. That's SMOKINBA.com. Official sponsor of the Underground Nation podcast, supporting the heartbeat of the underground. One print at a time. Contact Ryan Chavez for more information. Smoke in Barrel Apparel, where your brand meets the barrel.
So if you were to show me your latest notebook, like notes and unfinished songs, would I find stories of love, rage, redemption?
Probably all three. I kind of actually did that with my last album, Devil of Vengeance. Like, the whole album was like a giant story, kind of like in an almost like 40s blues scenario. It was so weird. The writing was really awkward because it was the first time that I ever did, like, front to back told a fucking story. It was weird as shit. Like, putting myself in, like, boxes and trying to, like, restrain myself from doing something, like, super fucked up or, like, out of, like, ordinary, or not out of ordinary, but, like, off track, because it was so much. I'm like, okay, I gotta keep on it. I gotta make sure this is right. Like, this whole story is about the devil wanting to buy my soul, and at the end I'm telling him to fuck off. And it was fun, but at the same time it was like, there was some times where I have a song on there that is called Burn, and it features Cartoon, and it features a buddy of mine from Indianapolis his name's Lil Flex. Cartoon doesn't drink, and the whole song is about drinking to drown your demons. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cartoon's sober. Like, he's sober, and I completely fucking respect the fact that he's sober, and I'm surprised he did the song. But the way that he wrote it, like, he wrote it from a relapse point of view, and it was fucking beautiful. We're just sitting here like, okay, well, we're here to party to, like, sitting at a bar, drowning our demons, talking to fucking bartenders. And he's sitting here like, yeah, I'm relapsing. I'm like, fuck.
I gotta hear this.
Yeah, we shot a video for it back in May at Nasty Bash, and I released it, September. I released the video in September.
It's on your YouTube right now.
Yes, sir, it is.
Go on the Nastie Ink YouTube right now. So when you look at the music industry today, the way it is, do you see opportunity or manipulation?
As an independent artist, I see a lot of opportunity. As somebody that works in the industry, like, heavily, not just with music, but, like, I see a lot of manipulation. So it just depends on where you're at with it and what you're, you know what I mean? A lot of labels will try to manipulate artists, like bigger labels, not like any underground labels, but like mainstream labels, they're very manipulative on things. And then underground labels, they're just giant fucking families. You know what I mean? Like, it's still a business, but it's treated differently. And then you got your independents, and there's a lot of room for independent artists now. Yeah, a lot.
I've seen big underground record labels that run like a big giant gang. Like,
yeah.
Y'all calm down.
Yep. It's fucking wild, man.
It is wild. Especially when they start breaking out in fights. Like, hold up.
Yep. I've seen some shit on my day on the road.
Yeah. What was one of the wildest stories on the road?
So, Citadel, Indianapolis, 2017. Ghostman was booked there. Started some shit with the fucking security. I'm running stagehand for the venue at the time.
Nice.
This dude body checks the fucking green room door, puts a big ass fucking hole in the green room door and green room wall and starts throwing fireworks at our security.
Shit.
So at the time, I had some money that fell out of my pocket, and dude's manager's like, yo, whose is this? I'm like, it's probably mine. Let me check my shit real quick. Dude fucking just takes off, just goes. I'm like, you little motherfucker. While Ghostman's in his bus now, throwing fucking firecrackers at security in the back, fucking just body checked our fucking, they took off. We're never coming back here again.
Shit.
All because security wouldn't let people on stage. Like people were crowd surfing up. And so like they were grabbing them off and making them run back around. And Eric was like, let them up, let them jump. This is a fucking Ghostman show, you know? And they were like, no, that's a safety hazard. Like, fuck that. He got pissed off, started talking shit, slamming shit, stealing shit, fucking breaking fucking doors. Yeah, I've seen some fucking shit. Had some fun times too, though.
I wonder if they'd sent him a bill like, yo, you got to pay for these things you
I wonder
broke.
if they did too. I'm going to have to ask my
I wonder if he even gave a shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's something I'll have about. I'll be like, hey, remember that Ghostman show? Like, did you guys tax him? How did that work out?
Crumbled it, threw it out the window.
Yeah, shit was fucking hilarious.
So I got in trouble.
The venue didn't fucking last long. Like, it was only open for a couple months, and then they shut it down, and we all went back to the Emerson.
Oh man, oh man.
As long at all.
Was it because of management, how it was being ran, or just because of the building itself?
We couldn't get a liquor license. The city of Indianapolis, the venue was so close to the airport that they were petitioning us to not be able to get our liquor license. Like, we couldn't even sell beer in the venue, so we were losing out on money. Like, we had all these big shows, and we were selling waters and sodas and Red Bulls, and that was it. Like, we couldn't sell any liquor or beer, so they were losing money out. They were just like, all right, time to close shop. Went back to the Emerson.
There you go. We need the liquor.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how much of a standpoint that is when it comes to shows and like picking your venue and what venue you're at, because people like to drink.
Right, yeah. I remember we were working this one venue down here in Denver, and they didn't have cheap beer. So they didn't have Budweiser, they didn't have Pabst, they only had like upper class type beer that, you know, I never fucking heard of. And I remember people coming up to me like, bro, they don't even got Bud Light? Fuck, I didn't even think about that shit. Because I don't care. I don't drink. But everyone else do. I was like, shit. So now I had them drinking out in the parking lot. And then the fucking owner of the venue is pissed off. Why are they drinking in the parking lot? Bro, you don't got what they're looking for.
You gotta have that cheap shit, man. People want to come and drink, have fun, stumble out, and not spend $200 at the bar.
That's right. I get creative. Give me a Pabst and a shot.
Yep.
To $10.
Bottle for the car, and I'll just drink beer in the venue all night.
Yeah, that's what most they do. And then the venue gets pissed.
Yep. Nowadays, because Ohio is like Colorado, we're a legal state, so a lot of venues will let us smoke in.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
I enjoy it.
Pretty fucking nice.
Absolutely. So how do you want fans to feel when they hear a Nastie Ink track for the first time?
I would like people to, if it's your first time hearing me, to actually like just pay attention to the wordplay and the schemes, because a lot of times it changes up. Like every song I do is different. It's unique. No album I have sounds the same. Just pay attention to the versatility, pay attention to the music. Let the music speak for itself.
Oh yeah.
And it might unlock some feelings that you didn't even know you felt.
Love that when that happens. Like, oh, needed to hear that. Didn't even know I needed it.
Yeah, I've always said if my music touches one person, then I've done my job. So
good job, because that has happened.
Yeah, it's weird.
How does it make you feel when you have a fan interact with you, telling you about their experience?
It makes me happy. I get it all the time. Like after I perform or get off stage, or like even randomly, like people hit my DMs up and they'll be like, dude, yo, this song, like, it's beautiful. Like, you made me cry. Like, I don't do that. I'm like,
I don't even cry, bro.
It's like,
just like dance. You made me dance. I don't even dance.
Yeah. Like there's really not much that I can say back. Like, I did my job, and that makes me happy, like, altogether. The fact that people are actually streaming it really makes me fucking happy, because I'm just a little fucking white boy from Indianapolis. We don't have a good repertoire when it comes to hip hop. We have C-Mob, and that's it.
You got more than, well, I can't say that. I was going to say it's more than what we got, but no, I can't say that. Cause
y'all got insane poetry. You got Skunk.
we got some pretty heavy hitters over here.
Body Bag Syndicate. Like, y'all got some heavy hitters out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But every artist, I mean, they look at success differently. What's one moment in your life that completely shifted your perspective on success?
This year, actually, I've been working a lot with some people that I've been fans of for a little over a decade now. Been doing a lot of behind the scenes work with them. Became really good friends with them. Got picked up by the 2-6. I've always worked close with fams and all them, but now I'm like part of it. So that was a full circle moment for me. It's hard work's actually starting to pay off, which is nice. Took long, but it is.
The compound interest.
Yeah, it took me literally giving everything up and starting over and moving and actually focusing on strictly my music and like bettering my knowledge of the industry to be able to elevate and take the next steps up.
Wow. How long ago was that when you started completely over?
September of last year. So it's been a little over a year.
No kidding.
Yep. Scrapped everything. Moved to Ohio. Moved in with my grandma and my dad in our basement. And then completely just started over. Scrapped all my music that I was working on at the time because I didn't scrap it. I vaulted it because I might go back to it eventually. But started taking different steps to like write more and be more in tune with like music theory and learn more about music theory. And then my dad talked me into going back to school.
Nice.
And then I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do full-fledged and I'm going to start taking it serious.
Yeah, it's really cool to hear you got family support, bro.
Yeah, I've always pretty much had it when it comes to this. Like, I've been a musician since I was real little, you know? Always here for music, yeah. I used to fucking dance to Achy Breaky Heart when I was like fucking 3 years old.
Don't break my heart.
Pretty sure my mom has fucking footage of me singing along to it.
That's cool.
I've always been real deep into music though. And I've always had a vast variety of it. Like I grew up on Bone Thugs and fucking Garth Brooks. And then I found Manson and Slipknot and Mastodon and all, you know.
Yeah. So this music thing is almost a natural thing for you.
Yeah.
The underground doesn't sleep. It evolves. Welcome to Underground Nation, the app where the culture lives. Discover underground artists you've never heard, but won't forget. Read every article, unlock every podcast episode, and step inside the real treasure. Every Underground Nation magazine issue, fully digital, inside the app. Visit undergroundnation.com. Download the app today. Underground Nation, your #1 source for everything underground.
Flow like a 45, leave a hole in the back of your cranium. Nasty sick with it, my lyrics need a verbal disclaimer. This for the underground, my culture deadly shit like uranium. Pull the hammer back, I hope your bones are made of vibranium. Slap a rapper like a hockey puck, leave him talking like Donald Duck. Casey Jones with the goalie mask, I miss because y'all out of luck. And dumb as fuck to think that you a better MC. Tyrios might raise my defenses, I'm a veteran G. Check the credentials, I'm incredible. Put myself on that pedestal, gets any of your favorites, I put it work, that's why I'm credible. These cats are all the same, sound like they choking on some genitals. Don't even but chase the dick, the 17 reasons I'd level you. End the chapter, go snort another Adderall, you crashing. That ain't a shot at Ryan, that ain't my style of rapping. See, I've been on my grind, 20 years building my craft. I'll never let another man show ass, and that's a fact. Everybody say they want it, ain't willing to play that game. They are pawns on the board, ain't willing to sacrifice a goddamn thing. They just all in my way. They say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing that he didn't exist. But in this game that we play, I'm the devil and I'm back with a vengeance. Now I'm a better man with bigger sights, still shunned cause of my nature. Slap a bitch like Slim Jesus, world star, put it on paper. The cameraman can get it too, everybody in danger. Bouncing faces off the tour, but shots of tequila as the chase. No line, all sauce, spit flame to cauterize the wound. All talk, behave for your head, get locked up in that noose. Then I decapitate a corpse, like sure it can't come back. And walk around with the dome in a burlap sack. I'm from that, where you either get it served or you serving. I cross the county line, swerving 3 times 4 be lurk. Where the hustlers become masters, splinter off the dope. They secret agents making deals and still get 20 years after they affidavit. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, but crows still circle around like vultures all in the book. Go to show that nobody down once they ass gets cooked. So I'ma hold this crown down till my crown gets took. Let's go to the south side. Everybody say they want it, ain't willing to play that game. They are pawns on the board, ain't willing to sacrifice a goddamn thing. They just all in my way. They say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing that he didn't exist. But in this game that we play, I'm the devil and I'm back with a vengeance. Everybody say they want it, ain't willing willing to play that game. They are pawns on the board, ain't willing to sacrifice a goddamn thing. They just all in my way. They say the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing that he didn't exist. But in this game that we play, I'm the devil and I'm back with a vengeance. Bitch.
Being that you said you kind of started over everything a year ago, do you feel that you finally found your purpose of why you're meant to do this?
Yeah, to an extent. I feel like I've found what I wanted to do, and I feel like I've actually realized what my dream with it is. So now with that being said, I slowly started putting together like a 10-year plan on how to make it happen, and it's going to work. Like, my ultimate goal is for me to open up my own studio/venue here and kind of do what Scum does in Denver. Use it as like a base of operations and bring in people to Cincinnati, because we don't get a lot of like underground acts in Cincy. You have to go to Dayton or Columbus or Cleveland or Youngstown. So I want to open up something here that I can be like, let's go. Don't want to work for anybody else. I want to get into working for myself, and I want to do it properly. Make music as I can.
There you go. As an independent artist, what's been your biggest financial hurdle? Production costs, marketing, merch?
Yes. Merch is a pain in the ass to keep up on. Like, yeah, you know, like I'll do like a run of like 20 or 30 and I'll put some back order more. But like to get where I want it to be, to like where I'm at a show and I have options, that's been hard. And I feel like that's like our money maker. We don't make a lot off streams. All of our money comes from merch. So it's been a pain in the ass to keep merch up. And I don't like drop shipping. Fucking hate drop shipping.
Or the print on demand?
Yeah, I'd rather keep it in stock. So that's been the worst. Production costs, it's not too bad for me because I do a lot of production myself, engineering and stuff. Like, I have a guy that he doesn't charge too much. I track everything here. I have my own studio in the basement, so it's not too bad. Merch though, that's a completely different fucking story. That shit's expensive.
It's expensive, yeah. It is expensive. And the more colors and the more dope this freaking shirt is, the more it costs.
Oh, and now with the fucking tariffs in place, it costs even fucking more.
Yeah. We just picked up a sponsor out here. They're called Smoking Barrel Apparel. And he claims if you get a freaking quote from someone, he will do his best to either match it or beat it. So I was like, I'm telling everyone, yo, let's test his word.
Do it. I need a New Jersey guy. The tariffs on jerseys right now to get them shipped from overseas is nuts.
Well, when you start looking for quotes, hit me up. I'll get you one.
Hell yeah.
See what we can do. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find something. I'd like to get a couple jerseys made.
Sick.
Have them in the back stock. Get some basketball jerseys, a couple hockey jerseys.
Do you currently have a website that's already up? We're just waiting to be filled with merch and such?
I have one up. I'm slowly starting to take it down. Once everything runs out, I am probably going to kill the site because we're moving everything over to the 26.com. Pretty much moving all of my shit over to the 26 site. That way it's just a one-stop shop.
Oh, yeah. One-stop shop.
Yup, nastieshop.com as of right now, though.
Nasty Shop. And what's the new site called again? Nasty Shop to...
Repent to the 26.com.
Repent to the 26. Dope, man. So everyone better go like, follow, and subscribe right now so you're ready for the transition.
Yeah. And you get all your Hooligans merch there, too.
There you go.
One-stop shop.
There you go. Would that be a side project?
No. So the Hooligans, those are my brothers. They're a band out of West Virginia that is pretty predominant in the underground. And I'm with them on their label, the 26. So me and Fams decided that we were just going to move everything over and that we were going to do everything that way and try to make it a little bit easier on both of us.
Okay. Well, shoot. Have them send that information over to us, too. We'd love to learn more about them.
Yeah, they're amazing, man. Amazing. I've been following them boys for over a fucking decade. So when they offered it to me, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
There we go.
I don't belong anywhere else. I'm putting on for you guys damn near everywhere. I only wear your shit, so.
Very cool. I think it's a really cool time for us to be having this interview. Things seem to be going in your favor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't started working on any new music or anything yet, so that's a plus. But I'm still kind of riding the vibe off the last album that I dropped in September. Dealing with all the school shit, trying to keep up on my classes right now. But I plan on starting something soon. Just don't know what yet.
Very cool.
I haven't really started the thought process on it yet. So
hell yeah. So when everything emerges to the new site and you start dropping new projects with the new label and such, are you going to be dropping like a Patreon or like a subscription base where we could kind of see behind the scenes of everything happening?
I thought about it. I thought about doing like a Patreon or like a YouTube like $2.
Oh, yeah. They got
YouTube
subscription
thing.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like to where I can just like keep up on that because I got a bunch of cameras and stuff down here. So I document every time we work on a Hellfire album, we do it in like 3 or 4 days. Like Pope comes down and locks in with me and we literally write all of his shit and produce all the beats in like 3 or 4 days. And then I go in and fill in blanks. So I try to film and document as we go. And I was like, yeah, if we start working on a new album this year, I'm definitely going to be doing something with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, sounds like you got a pretty dope setup. Do you ever consider performing on a live stream?
I do, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I live stream on Twitch all the time. I used to have I called it a podcast, but it wasn't really a podcast. It was more of I'd get people on with me that were like underground fucking icons, and then we would just roast and review people's music and do stupid shit. It was like a cross between like if Steve-O and fucking Joe Rogan had a love child.
It'd be Nastie Ink.
Like I got my asshole waxed one episode. It was like the last episode of the first season. I got my fucking asshole waxed live on Twitch. That was fun.
Did you break viewers that night? Break some records?
Bro, I also got hit. They hit my account pretty hard on that one. I was banned for like 30 days.
Oh, man.
The clips are great though.
It sounds hilarious.
It was fucking great.
I can only imagine the scream.
We have a lot of fun with it though. Like I haven't done an episode in probably like 2 months. I usually do it whenever I feel like it. Like it's not like a set schedule. It's just like, hey, we're going live tonight, guys. Tune in.
Hey guys, down to fuck off tonight. Here we go.
But I go from like doing shit like that or like reviewing people's music to making beats or like I'll mix a client on live, perform, like do some like acoustic sets or like unplugged sets, for instance. I'll sit on here and write music with people like on a live. Like I try to keep it active for the most part.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. So then where would you tell people to go like, follow, and subscribe to you right now? Be on the YouTube or where specifically?
Twitch.tv/Nasturbator.
Nasturbator. You can't forget that name right there.
Nope.
It's now embedded in my brain. Well, I'll give you a follow.
And then obviously like the music and stuff, just Nastie Ink on YouTube or all the DSPs. Like I'm everywhere. You want fucking music videos, YouTube. You want music, Spotify, Apple Music, shit like that.
There you go. Everywhere. Go, follow, like, subscribe to Nastie Ink, the Nasturbator. That's funny, bro. Wait, you gonna make merchandise for the...
I should.
I can just think of a bunch of funny concepts. I'm sure you can too.
Don't wear this one to church on Sunday, guys.
Mom, why? I want to wear my Nasturbator shirt. Well, Nastie Ink, you broke a lot of barriers, bro. Gone through a lot of obstacles, trials, and freaking terrors, and you're the freaking honor to have you freaking sitting here talking with us tonight. But tell me, if there's someone listening right now who may be struggling or doubting themselves, or maybe they're an artist on the verge of giving up, what advice would you give them to fight their own demons and be able to move forward?
Being a musician is the hardest thing that you can do, especially if you want to do it for a living. You have to have a strong mindset, and it takes a certain kind of fucked up person to be able to do it. Best thing you can do is just keep focused, learn as much as you can. Knowledge is key, and keep your head up or down, whatever way you want to look at it. Just keep writing, keep fucking focusing on it until you do it, and eventually your time will come. I mean, if it's written in the universe for it to happen, it'll happen.
Or they could be like you and make it happen.
Yeah, or you can be like me and just show your fucking face everywhere and put yourself in predicaments where like people are forced to do it.
You will listen to my music, you will listen to it now, and you will like it.
Yep.
Dope, bro. Forget any shout outs, thank yous, or anything we forgot to promote, please take this time to shine.
Shout out to my brother Pope Adrian Blessed, the other half of Hellfire. Shout out to my brothers over at the 2-6. Shout out to my brothers over at Long Live Evil. Yeah. Shout out to you for having me on, dog.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, whoop to that. How did everything go at the show with the Long Live Evil boys?
Oh, the last 2 days were phenomenal. They were great. We had a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's always
rock the stage?
I did Friday night. Last night I was there as a fan.
Dope.
So I brought some lights to help out SON and kicked it with my boys.
Oh, yeah.
But it went pretty smooth.
Wish I was there.
It's always a good time with them motherfuckers, man. Always.
When's the next event for you?
November 23rd, Carl's Tavern. It's a charity event. So we're doing a charity event for a buddy of mine's cousin who passed away. So we'll be up there, Carl's Tavern, the 23rd of November. And then after that, we have a toy drive, December 6th with the Tritone Boys.
Nice.
And then I'm not booked for the rest of the year, taking a couple months off.
There you go. And soak up the knowledge.
Yep.
Come back stronger than ever.
Get this get this first degree and get back to work.
There we go. Man, exciting part in your career, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Man, that was powerful. Big love and respect to Nastie Ink for pulling back the curtain and letting us walk through the shadows with him tonight. Make sure you go stream his latest release, Trust and Betrayal, Memoirs of a Lost Soul, and everything else across all platforms. Follow him on social media, show love and support real artists out there pushing boundaries. And as always, keep your ears to the underground because the revolution of real music never stops. Hit that like, follow, and subscribe. And don't forget to visit underground-nation.com for exclusive interviews, magazine features, and updates on who's shaking the underground next. Until next time, it's your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, signing off from the dark side of the sound.
Big respect to our guest, Nastie Ink, for joining us on the Underground Nation podcast with your host, with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Nastie Ink on all social and streaming platforms and support the movement behind the music. And for more powerful interviews, rising talent, and the raw energy of the underground, visit undergroundnation.com and download the app today. Discover up-and-coming artists rising from underneath the surface. Stay locked in, stay listening, and stay connected to the Underground Nation.